It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Glen Affric Brewery, and it's a can of their Highland Suntan Extra Pale Ale coming in at 4.9% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Looks really nice. I picked this up in Morrison's. It's part of their new range of beers. 440 cans of craft beer for £3 a can. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. What I immediately thought, as probably some of you might have done, exactly the same thing. You've looked at this can, you thought, oh, this beer's from Scotland. That's what I thought, immediately. But on closer inspection, let's talk about the beer first. We got a 2-finger white head, straw-coloured, hazy-looking beer. Good levels of carbonation. Very nice looking beer, nice and hazy. Beautiful looking. Yeah, so on first impressions, you're thinking, yeah, that's got to be from Scotland. It almost got a Scotch whiskey kind of feel about it. The name Highland and the horns there. Glen Affric. Unless there's a Birkenhead in Scotland, which I don't know about. This beer has been brewed in Birkenhead in Liverpool. But it doesn't say Liverpool in the postcode. It says Birkenhead CH41. So, comment in the comments box. Is this beer from Liverpool or is there a Birkenhead somewhere in Scotland? And if so, what does the postcode CH mean? Maybe Channel Island? No, there can't be the Channel Islands. That's down south. You can tell my geography is great. Right, let's get the aroma on this beer then. Ah, smells lovely. Juicy, fresh, light. Using the word light in the aroma. Bit of a tough one, but it's kind of like floral and grapefruity and citrusy, and you just know by just getting your nose into the beer, it's going to be light, it's going to be nice and kind of refreshing and juicy. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's nice. I'm going to use the word, I'm not going to use it just yet. I was going to use the word light, but it is light, it is refreshing, it is juicy. What I was quite surprised about was the amount of lovely kind of straw cracker kind of malts that are in there. A really nice, fresh, biscuity, slightly nutty, malty flavour. Lovely. And then that goes over to being nice and kind of tangerine-like and lemony on the back end. So you're greeted by this sweetness to begin with, this light, biscuity, bready loveliness, like you're walking through some French village and you walk past a bakery and the baguettes are hot and you can smell them from the roadside. That beautiful, freshly baked bread smell. You get that, the taste in the beer and the smell of that. It's like if you ripped the baguette open and bit into it while it's still warm. After all, they do call this stuff liquid bread. It's nicely, really nicely balanced between that sweetness to begin with and the hoppiness, the bitterness on the back end. It's not overly bitter, it's not crazy bitter. It's just nice. It's just a nicely well-made brew. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. That's top notch. That is a top notch beer. I could drink pint after pint of that. 4.9% ABV. Definitely in that kind of range of session strength beer. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 cans of this, no problem. Beautiful beer. And that's the biggest compliment you can give a brewery, a brewer. I've sat around the table many times with brewers. I've been at their bars at beer festivals. And the biggest compliment you can give a brewer, with all the beers in a festival, hundreds of beers, is to go, I finished this, I really enjoyed it, I'll have another one. It's the biggest compliment you can give a brewer. Let's rate it. I like that enough. I do. I really like that. I like that. The biggest thing for this beer is the balance. The real kind of sweet, bitter balance of the beer. It's doing a tremendous job. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.